Sorry I've been away so long. Um, it was Thanksgiving here in the US. There was a lot going on with my there's a lot going on with my family. I do entertain every year. I got a bunch of new decks, and I hope everyone had a great holiday. If you're here in the US, I hope you are easing into the holiday season. If it's your first time, please like, share, and subscribe. So, noticing something really neat. There's a lot of tarot wars going on Facebook with tarot readers getting very upset with each other. So, I'm gonna try and stay out of the fray. I want to keep positive vibe out here. One of the things that I noticed is that people are saying that other people are like stealing their readings and whatnot. We're all kind of reading on the same thing. So, we all read a little bit differently. The class that I teach on tarot, I do tell people, sometimes the cards are going to mean different things to you. One of my girlfriends reads all of the nights. She thinks all the nights are shady, which is totally cool. Like, that's the way she reads the cards. I read differently with different decks. I have my little mini Llewellyn that travels with me that I read very differently with. I have this amazing Star Tarot, which, like, if you're into tarot, get this deck. It's a little bit expensive, but it's beautiful. It's actually a really, really cool deck. So, strongly recommend that. I also, one of my new picks, I got the double major tarot. This is really cool. It's just the major arcana and our court cards, but there's two of each, and they're not opposites. It's not the reverses. It's like a different level of it. So, I don't know if you are a newbie doing intuitive readings, if it's going to be a positive or a negative for you. I'm actually finding it really cool when I need clarity for where a person's intentions at, or where or even like the shadow self of someone that I'm reading for, if I'm doing like a celebrity reading, like what they're promoting, like this one aspect of their personality, but underneath what's actually really going on. So it's pretty cool. So for today, for my welcome back, she has been a big request from a lot of people. So I want to do Gigi Hadid. I love her. I'm a huge fan of the Hadid sisters. I think that they are stunningly beautiful. I am very sorry that Victoria's Secret kind of took a departure from the whole Angels Christmas promotion that they did, and the presentation, the big Angels show. The Christmas show is always like a huge thing that I looked forward to every year. I guess they're not doing it anymore. So, but the Hadid sisters, both, I think we're in the last two, and I think that they are pretty much amazing. I think Gigi Hadid is one of the most beautiful women to ever walk the planet. So I think she's very, very cute. Her sister is gorgeous too. Let me grab a sip of my tea. So let's get started with her. We're going to start with regular Rider-Waite tarot. Discovered something really cool. I have a, I think it's like a Samsung tarot app on my phone, and they actually have like some details about the specific Rider-Waite cards, like the artwork that's on them. It's pretty neat. Like, they go into the symbology, of course, but there's just some details about the actual Rider-Waite deck. So, Gigi Hadid, where's our girl? And I apologize that I'm just doing face front. I am doing this on a new phone. This is a jump out. That's weird. What was weird just now was when I cut the deck, I cut the last pile upright. It's a little weird. don't usually do that. So jump out card is the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, Seven of Pentacles, this is our charity card. This is our doing good things, being in a really great place, and sharing the wealth, sharing generosity of spirit. When it's in reverse, this is kind of collecting your resources and preparing for a rainy day. This is a preparing for a rainy day, which that was our jump out card. So that's going to be interesting. What lies directly behind her is the Two of Cups, the coupling. So this is, this is something that's behind her. Below her, she is contemplating, and this is again the warrior after battle. So she's gone through some shit. Like, I have to say it that way. She's gone through some shit, and she's just kind of battling it. And she does feel bereft. She feels like she is on her own, isolated, not being well taken care of. This isn't the self-care card. This is the card where others are neglecting us. Others are neglecting our well-being and our comfort. So she is done fighting. She's done defending her position. She said her piece. She knows where she's headed, and we're crossed by Death card. So, this is change. Death card is always change. Sometimes it's not the change we want. Sometimes it's the change we need. Certainly this is, she's moving toward a different future than what she had expected. Not exactly where she wanted to be, but she is coping. This is our coping card. When we're right side up, this is our anxiety, sleeplessness. You're kind of hung up on everything and can't get through. This is where we're recovering and we're starting to move forward, and this is our breakthrough. We're going into the Ten of Swords, remember. So the card, this is a Nine of Swords. We're going through the progression. So when we get to the Ten of Swords, she's going to be done. That's the stick a fork in you. We're cooked. That's the guy who's got the swords all on his back. So we're moving toward that. So how is she personally? Let's see how she. What we're going to do. We're going to split up to another deck. I'm sorry for my blocking on this. It is not a great view. I was trying to get my super cool new stick lamp in the view, but couldn't get it in, so admire my new stick lamp. My husband thinks it looks like Blair Witch, but I think it's really cool. And I have another one too, so. Decorating tips from the crazy tarot lady. So how is Gigi personally? We're going to go into our mini Llewellyn. I love this deck. I have a regular size too, but just, this one is with me all the time. It's got my vibes all over it. Got my stink on it. So let's see how Gigi is doing personally. I know she did change her hair color. And again, my husband says, if a woman changes her hair drastically, it means something's going to change, something's up. Right after we got married, I went strawberry blonde, and he was like, should I be worried? I was like, I don't think so. So, how is Gigi? How is her? How is she personally? All right, so we're going to read some reversals here. So we have overall energy is that Page of Pentacles in reverse. That this is feeling rootless. This is, having some great ideas, trying to plant some roots, but not quite doing it. The plan is not a great plan. So this is feeling rootless, and she knows that the intention is not going to work. So she knows that it's there's an unrealistic future that she's trying to plot out, which is okay. She's there's a lot of changes, like when you have a young child and then your relationship starts to break up, like, yeah, it's not that fun. Um, Still, she's holding her ground. She is committed to the decision that she's made. So she's very, very committed. She's not going to be swayed. And she feels like that is going to uh, help her restart her whole life. Keeping committed, okay, is going to help her move on to the next phase. So it's not the phase that she expected, but it's the next phase for her in this lifetime. So, the World card is the last of the major arcana. So we are completing a cycle and moving into a new cycle. And when we have the major arcana, a lot of the time that's like a karmic thing. These are like karmic relationships that we're working with. So that is where she's at. But she is nostalgic. She does want that warm and fuzzy, traditional family. She did want that and thought she had it. Now, this is interesting. We have the celebration card. Now, I'm wondering if there is an opportunity to get back together. So when we have this restart, the nostalgia card, and the happy family, that gives me pause. Maybe we are going to see some wooing backward. I'm not feeling it. I'm feeling like she's really dug in. I'm feeling like she is really committed. Like this is where we're at now. We're just going to move forward on this one. This tells us that may be a bad idea. Maybe trying to recreate the past is maybe a bad idea with our Ace of Pentacles in reverse. A lot of the time this is money falling out of your hand, but I'm not getting that sense from this. This is just like not having a very good foundation. This is an unrealistic foundation that we're trying to build on or rebuild on. So the aces and the pages are very, very similar because the aces start out the pips, the numbered cards, and the pages start out the court cards. So they're both the genesis and the essence of the suit. So moving forward, the page has the great idea. The ace is the spark of the idea, the spark of the theme of the suit. So that is where we go with that. So, and again, this is my opinion only. This is for entertainment purposes only. So, what should our gal do? What should she do? What is going to be, and I like to do this. I like to do really positive stuff. What does she need to do to move forward and be healthy and happy? And I really hope you guys can hear me. This is the first recording I've done on this new phone. So I'm hoping this records well. What does Gigi do to be happy and healthy and make the right decisions for her? All right, so let's do this. So she needs to hold her tongue, and she needs to not be worried about the comfort, okay? Don't worry about your comfort level. Hold your tongue, okay? Don't say anything that you're going to regret. I don't know if this is blurry or not, and I'm not flipping you all off. I'm sorry. I was totally doing that. I'm not flipping you off. She needs to think before she speaks. Rest and recovery time is almost over. Okay, she can't just be a sponge. She has to move forward, and she has to use her wisdom, and she has to do what her intuition tells her, and she has to do what her moral fiber. Like, I hate to say religious because I never know if someone's religious or not. You can be spiritual. She needs to tap into her spirituality and the morality, her moral compass. What that tells her is what is going to be best for her. She needs to really, there's a lot of lack of self-care for her. She's kind of spreading herself thin and dedicating like too much to others. So we've got the, oh, I'm sorry, it's judgment and temperance in reverse. So temperance in reverse again is not being balanced, trying to find that balance, and judgment is resurrection. That is coming up, that is creating anew. So, you know, she needs to find that balance. She needs to treat herself a little bit better. You know, she can, the rest and recovery, what happens when we get this Four of Swords? What can happen? What is that? Yeah, that is my Four of Swords. So what can happen is sometimes when people do this rest and recovery, sometimes they can slide into depression, and they can start to say, well, you know, I'm taking care of myself, and I'm just going to sit here, and I'm going to be sad, and that's going to be what I do for now. If you do that too long, if you don't process through this, okay, because the fours, remember, fours are foundations. That's like the foundation of your house, okay. Ace, you get the idea, you're going to build a house. The 2, you find your architect. 3, you get all your contractors together. 4, you build that foundation. So having the 4, this is getting your foundation. So this card, it's okay to be sad. It is okay to be sad. It is okay to be kind of meh and sort out your feelings. That's what you're doing. You're sorting out your feelings on the first floor of that house. When it's in reverse, you're starting to slide into getting a little too comfortable. So now you're on a foundation of a house that's sad, with no walls and no heat and no windows, and winter is coming. It's going to be cold. So this is, you know, a warning to not slide into that. So, you know, I hate the word self-care. I really hate it. But the whole idea with self-care is to care for yourself in a positive way, and to move forward, and to not dwell and not get depressed. Really easy when you have little kids, I know. So and here we go again. So negative language with our Knight of Swords in reverse again. And what can happen is sometimes this depression, which again, we've got the Hangman, this is not solving your problems. This is not contemplating and moving forward. This is just kind of getting stuck. You know, we don't want that to happen. We want to move forward and grow and develop. So that really is, you know, what she needs to do. And watch, because sometimes angry words, sometimes depressed words can turn into angry words. Sometimes depression does not show up as somebody who's moping on the couch and eating pints and pints of ice cream, but somebody who is angry. Anxiety can show up in that way too. So she's got to trust that she's going to find the right foundation. Like this really, her breakup really rocked her world. She really was committed to staying in that relationship and having a foundation. So I feel bad. So and she feels like she's never going to be happy again. Don't worry, you will. You'll figure it out. You know, she has to understand, you know, when you're an old lady like me, you eventually figure it out that there are different levels of happiness that you have all through your life. And sometimes it's with this one, and sometimes it's with this one, and sometimes it's with another one. So she will figure that out. I am confident. So heart of the matter for her, heart of the matter, thing she needs to know the most. Best message for her. Best message. Actually, we're not going to do it with this deck. We are going to do it with this deck. So the Star Tarot, it really kind of strips you bare and gets you to the middle of your soul. I really love this deck. I really, really love it. So again, I hope you guys can hear me because I'm being kind of quiet. So what does she need to know? What is the best advice for her? I got a jump out card. Best advice for her is the world. Okay, what is the world? What is the world? Last card. Card 21. Oh, I went too high. Card 21. Okay. There, I put that whole one there so everybody can see it. The world. This is a restart. She is moving on to another level. Again, when we get the major arcana, if any of you are gamers, you have to think about it like gaming. Okay, so what you're doing is you're leveling up. You're getting more XP. She got the XP that she was supposed to out of this relationship and this conflict. Conflict is what enriches us as human beings and what elevates us as universal spirits. So, really, as much as conflict is difficult, it serves a purpose, and it does help develop us a little bit more. If everything was, perfect and Elysium, we would be Eloy, and the Morlocks would be eating us. So that's a little time machine reference for some of you. So I hope you all enjoyed that. Sorry I was away for so long, but I'm back. I'm fatter because I ate a bunch of turkey, and I'll keep doing some readings. I'm going to do a few recordings right now. So please like, share, and subscribe. See you in a few.